it's Sam.
Hi.
I know you're excited, so you can just like go off.
I don't even know where to start. What you want to know? I don't know where to
Oh
start.
God. Well, like starting off, like what is Bullet Witch, like genre-wise and all that?
Oh yeah, what would you even call it genre-wise? It's a shooting game. It's not first person, like a really awkward third person in a very. You know how third-person shooters are usually above their head in a way?
Yeah.
So like, for some reason, this one's at like hip level.
Oh.
It's very odd, but it's good.
I do love that.
It's quite funny. I don't know why they did that, but it works. Yeah, it's a shooty game. I don't know if to call it horror because nothing really scary happens, but all the monster designs are very body horror.
Oh yeah.
Which I love. But you play as a witch. Just you're trying to fight demons. You don't really know anything too much at the start. There's like a little video that plays talking about the world. I'm bad at explaining things. I'll get better eventually.
No, you're good.
It's based in 2013. But at the start it explains how in 2007 suddenly the world hit by earthquakes, famine, wars, a plague that makes people kill each other and mad. And then suddenly in 2012, an army of demons arrive. And then by 2013, basically the population is very low. Humanity's dying. And suddenly this witch arrives.
That's so much.
Yeah, and then that's just all in a little video.
I love
like,
that though.
Dramatic music, and it's like, 2007, earthquake shattering, 2008, wars, and it's like, wow, what the hell?
Yeah, if that came out, I'm assuming it came out around 2007, because that's like so on brand for that time period.
Yeah, it's 2007, yeah. But yeah, then you just get dropped into the game. Like immediately, just like boom, you drop in as the witch, and you have to shoot some people, and then you just progress. You're in the game. I can't explain why I love this game, other than I just really, really love it. It takes, I mean, it depends how good you are at it, but it takes 4 hours to complete not fully. One. How do I word this? There's like 6 chapters, and you have to play the game multiple times in a way, because each level, depending on the difficulty, you get ratings based on how well you do with like time, kills, deaths. And it's like what S rating to I think D. And my favorite thing is also a clip of me playing this. I like when the rating spells out ass.
Yeah. I always love games where you can do that.
It's great. And then you get points based on how well you do. I think the harder the difficulty, more points you get as well. And then you can upgrade at the end of each chapter with those points. But to 100% every upgrade, you have to keep playing the game over and over again. So yeah, I enjoyed that. Apparently other people don't.
I was gonna say, like, one of the first times I ever watched you stream was when you were playing Bullet Witch. And I was like so enthralled the entire time. I'm like, I've never heard of this game in my life, but I'm into it.
Yeah, I was so shocked to hear it was an unpopular game. I was like, wait, what? People don't love this? What the hell? I just think it's so good. But yeah, it's just easy to just mindlessly play it for 4 hours and just... I don't even know if you would call it farming it. But I guess you are technically farming points. In a way. But yeah, that's the base story, and you're this witch. She's called Alicia. Kind of broody, which people apparently hated, and I'm just like, what?
Okay.
People just want to hate on this game. Like, I saw someone play it, and they were watching. When you open a game, it sort of plays a trailer for the game, funny enough. And it was like, oh man, this looks so shit. And I was like, how dare you?
God damn.
I'm coming for you.
Like, people hate on female protagonists in general, but I also
Yeah.
just feel like it's especially bad when they're not, like, super, like, bubbly and quirky.
Yeah.
It's like, I just want, like, mean, broody women.
Yeah, she's broody. It's just like, I'm not gonna go into detail about deep lore because I don't want to spoil it because I want people to play this. But she just appeared one day and had to fight demons. I'd be broody and mad too.
Yeah. Like, I can only take so much of, like, quirky protagonists in bad scenarios. Is it on Steam?
Yeah.
Oh.
It goes on sale for only $4 sometimes.
Oh.
So I definitely grab it when it's on sale. I think it's like above. I think it's what, £12. So
Good boy points.
Yeah. Yeah. And you have this voice called the Darkness that talks to you, and it kind of gives you, throughout the game, it gives you more powerful spells. Because you already have some spells, but you have to upgrade them with your points, and you have a bunch of guns you have to upgrade with your points too. But these spells are just OP immediately. And people love to just go, I'm not gonna upgrade my other spells, I'll just cast lightning the whole time. And I'm like, no! Casting those big spells costs 90% of your mana, and you need your mana because your gun is magic, so your bullets are magic, so it costs mana to reload. And so you really can't shoot people, but you need to shoot people to get your mana back. And it's just like, it's only worth it to destroy tanks. That's the only reason lightning's good. I hate it otherwise.
Like, this is all me just, like, talking based on what I've seen you play of it and, like, what you're telling me. But, like, that just sounds like a boring way to play it, too. Like, if I were playing a game where I'm just a witch with a giant gun, I'm not gonna use one spell the whole time. Like, I want to use everything.
Yeah, and there's so many. So you have, like, what, 4 different guns. To be honest, I can't really remember if you get them immediately because I've been playing 100%ed for ages. So I just have everything and I can't remember if you have to unlock things. But you have 4 guns. You start out with, like, a low machine gun, which is pretty alright, it's good. And then you can get a shotgun and a cannon, which is basically a sniper rifle. And then you can get the best gun ever, which is a Gatling gun. And she one-hands that thing. It's amazing. Just one-arm Gatling gun. And I'm like, I love you.
See, if I were to play this game, I think I'd just be swooning over her the whole time.
She's great. And she has, all the spells are good. But this person I was watching, I might rant about this person a bit too much, but I'll try not to.
No, please. I love it when you're petty.
Oh, they were shit. Everyone on their chat was shit on the game, and I was just sitting there like, I can't stop watching, but I hate you all. You're not giving the game a try. And they were like, oh, how do I do this? And it's like, did you not look at the tutorial at all? It gives you what's happening. But yeah, you have so many spells. There's one spell that's really neat. It's called Element Shot, and it changes the power of your guns. So, like, your machine gun will become fire, and I know the sniper rifle, you can zoom in even more with it. And then there's a wall ability, so you can hide behind the wall for cover, because it can be quite open sometimes. And then the person I was watching, they never used any of these abilities, and they're like, oh, I keep dying, I'm so mad, I'm just gonna use lightning. And I'm just there seething, like losing my mind.
Yeah.
But there's so many good powers, like especially area control powers. You can do one that throws out a bunch of ravens, and everyone in the area will start like panicking, trying to swat them away, which means they stop attacking you. That gives you the chance to attack them.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really great to use. There's so many good abilities, and people just shrug them off. And I'm like, how dare you? Like, how can you hate on a game when you don't actually give it a chance?
Yeah,
And you just
literally.
go, wow, this looks awful. And it's like,
Mhm.
it's 2007. What are you expecting?
Anyway, Bullet Witch.
Yeah, where was I?
This is the fun thing about Infodump, is like we can just get derailed and talk about anything.
Yeah, it's the best thing. Another thing I love in Bullet Witch is each chapter ends with a newspaper clipping. I don't know who's making these newspapers in the apocalypse. Good on them, keeping the business running. And the title changes depending what you do and don't do.
Oh.
And they're also really funny, to me at least.
I really like that.
So you could, I think in one of the first chapters, you could destroy a gas station or not destroy it. And the newspaper will be either gas station in flames, report indicate a woman in black caused a car to explode. But if you don't destroy it and you destroy something else, it's like tanks gone, traffic jam ends. The illegally parked tanks are gone, or easing traffic congestion. It's like, so it's the apocalypse. There is no traffic.
Yeah.
So I just think it's hilarious.
No, I love that.
If you destroy the giants, which I'll get into the monsters soon, eventually. One of the newspapers is like, who's going to remove these giant corpses? And it's like, who is this person making this newspaper? I just love it.
No.
And the credits on newspapers too, and it's great.
Oh. Yeah, I love goofy little things like that just like expand on world building in fun ways.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good because the credits. It was all newspapers just explaining like the journey and things, how things are going and proving in the world and other stuff and silly little things, and it's just great. I love that. Whoever thought of it.
I feel like I need to like show an image of what this game looks like, because I'm also like,
oh my god,
that's one of the things that I was really like enamored by, was just the art style for it.
Yeah, it's great. Oh yeah, it's also based in America. And made by a Japanese company, so it's like how they view America as well.
Those are always fun.
Yeah, you can really tell by the soldier design of like the main, there's a soldier character called Maxwell, and you can really tell just the way he's designed that it's Japanese image of an American. Oh, another great thing about the game design is you have an ability called Meteor eventually, where you summon meteors to destroy everything, and you can destroy buildings. Like every building you see can be destroyed and shattered, and it's beautiful. Except when the building crushes you, then it's not beautiful. It's hilarious. But I love this game so much that no matter what happens, I laugh. Like I die in a stupid way. I find it hilarious. Like there's some funny clips of me. I use the psychic ability where you can just push things with your mind.
Yeah. And
I pushed a car, and it got stuck on a lamppost or something. And I found it so funny because it was just spinning, and I stood on it, and then Alicia just went and just fell to the floor, and it was so funny. What have I done to this car? And I tried recreating it, and the car went backwards, and you just hear it, and you turn around, and all the soldiers that were with you are dead. And I was like, oh shit. Yeah, you can see that that's the angle of the camera.
Yeah, that's such a bizarre angle. I love that.
Yeah. It's fun to play with controller, but I find it really difficult to aim, so I play with keyboard and mouse.
Valid.
So I can aim better.
I am a dirty keyboard lover.
Yeah, I know you enjoy keyboard. Yeah, I knew you'd appreciate that. I don't think this was in the Xbox version. I don't remember it being in the Xbox version. Because I originally played this when it came out on the Xbox 360, and then when I saw it was on PC, I lost my mind. But there's a hidden dash ability. It doesn't mention it anywhere in the game really. But you can dash by crouching while opening the magic wheel, and you just you dash forward, and it used to be very bugged. I think they fixed it because this isn't happening anymore. But if you dashed into a car, you'd fall through the map.
I was gonna say, like, is that like a hidden mechanic or just an exploit? But I suppose if they like fixed it without removing it, it would be like intentional.
I think it's intentional because I don't know any other way you could dash like that. It was really funny just falling through the map. It's very good for speed running. I know a specific area where if I go on top of a hill and I dash, I can just skip a whole area.
Have you considered actually speedrunning it?
I have. I think about it every so often. I'm like, should I do this? Should
Yes.
I give it a try?
Yes. I would love to see you like practice speedrunning this.
Oh, I might try it then. This is I don't even know if to call it a bug, but there's subtitles in the game, and sometimes they'll randomly be in Japanese.
Oh.
And I'm like, huh?
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Like they're still speaking in English though?
Yeah. It's just the subtitles randomly changed to Japanese.
That's so funny. So I know you were telling me earlier today, like, what other stuff the studio has done.
Oh, yeah.
What studio made this?
Caviar.
Oh yeah, I've never heard of them.
Yeah, they, what was it? I think they don't exist anymore. They disbanded or whatever you call it when a development team evaporates.
Like evaporates, yeah.
Yeah, I know. They made some Resident Evil games. I don't know which ones.
Yeah, I
they
wanted
made
to
a
look
lot of anime games as well. Like the DS Death Note game.
Which it's so crazy to me that there's a Death Note video game I had never heard of. Oh my god.
Resident Evil Umbrella Chronicles.
Isn't that the on-rails shooter?
I'm not sure.
I think I had that one.
Yeah, it is. They made I think they made all of those.
I'm pretty sure I played that on the very short-lived Let's Play channel I had with my friends. Because remember the whole time I was playing it, I'm like, I don't know what any of this means. I've never played Resident Evil. Because Umbrella Chronicles is just like an on-rails shooter that like takes you through the events of all the Resident Evil games. So it's like a fan service like recap. So the whole time we were playing it, I'm like, I don't know who any of these people are. That's so funny though. I guess I did play a game from them. I did also play Uzumaki Chronicles 2, and that one slapped.
They like Chronicles in their name, don't they? I just noticed that.
Yeah. Wait, they made Near Gestalt and Near Replicant.
Yeah, those are their last games.
Huh. That's interesting. Weren't those like the first Nier games? I know very little about Nier.
I know nothing about them. People are like, oh, they made Nier. And I'm like, what? What's that? Only no bullet twitch. Only game on Earth.
Yeah, Nier is also just one of those series that's very difficult to follow along with.
What's it about?
I don't know. I think this is me recapping Nier as someone who doesn't know anything about Nier. Like, I've such surface level knowledge of Nier because I want to play him eventually. But it's like the world's in decay, like all the humans are dying, so they start like building like automatons. Or not automatons, like androids to like do things that humans can't anymore. It's like the games are like following robots in this world without humans. That's my TLDR of a game I've never played.
This isn't related to the Near Replicant games, or was it Near?
It is, yeah.
Is it really? Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Damn. What?
Wall-E. It is kind of Wall-E, isn't it? Based on the way I described it, which I'm sure is a recap that a lot of Nier fans would get angry about. Because I know Nier fans are extremely passionate about Nier.
I mean, I can relate. I get really angry when anyone says, oh, is this Bayonetta? And I'm like, I'm gonna kill you.
Clasp my hands together. I want to hear you get petty so bad.
It makes me. They're nothing alike. Oh, it's a woman with a gun and they do a flip. It's the same game. And I'm like, no, they're completely different. Like, I've never played Bayonetta, but I know it's some sort of like combo shooter thingy.
Yeah.
It's nothing like Bullet Witch, where you go through a bunch of like slightly, I won't call them open world, but they're pretty open areas to wander around and shoot monsters and that. People just go, oh my god, Dark Witch person, same game. They're like, did it copy Bayonetta? And I'm like, it came out before it. How dare you?
God forbid women have hobbies.
The Steam version has skins for the game. And one of them, it's a secretary, but it does look a bit Bayonetta-ish. Because just the hair and the glasses.
Yeah.
I can see it there, but I still fight people, I will.
No, you're valid.
Oh, I don't know why this just got me thinking. Because Bullet Witch technically wasn't successful. It didn't make a lot of money. And a lot of people liked it for weird reasons. I don't know. People don't have good taste, I guess. There's zero merch for it, and it makes me so sad. Like, the Xbox 360 game used to come with a comic book, which I'd be staring at an eBay auction for it, like, give it to me.
Yeah.
But there's nothing. I want a figure. I want to be so loud about how much I love Bullet Witch, in hopes that someone who made the game will be like, oh my god, someone likes it, let's make merch.
Yeah.
But it's one person. I was like, yes, give it to me.
Like, it's one of those things too where I don't think you'd really get in trouble for it, because who's gonna come after you for doing that?
I mean, yeah, the company doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
No one can stop me. Oh, I'm gonna start sending you images of the monsters, because they're so good, and I just want to talk about their design.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's one of the things that like immediately caught my eye when I watched you play. It was just like the monster designs in this game.
They're so good.
Oh,
like, I love them. They're just more like body horror heaven in a way.
Let me see if I can grab these and show them on screen.
I'll be careful with the one that's got a bunch of hands because it has boobs. Don't know how Twitch would react.
I can't even tell what's boobs on this thing.
That's what's great. Yeah, it's so good. I like examining them in the game as well, just to try to see all the details.
Yeah.
Because the Giga Giants are good. They're gigantic. And they have so many mouths on them, like all over their body. Yeah, just a bunch of mouths, steel beams attached to them.
Yeah, I love that. He's got so many mouths.
And it's so good because when you kill them, they fall and it makes everything shake and bounce, and your character jumps in the air. And if you're too close, it can kill you. And what it doesn't show in this image is it actually has a gun attached to its arm as well, where those beams are usually. I have a big giant like machine gun attached to it.
I love this. I love what's going on here.
Yes. Oh. So those are the walnut heads on the left. Because it looks like a walnut, big brain. And they're floating in the air, and they have telekinesis abilities. But you have to kill them because they make barriers preventing you from getting to the next area. So you have to kill them to stop it. But they can throw cars at you, which one-shot you, by the way. Makes sense, it's a car.
Yeah.
But a lot of people get annoyed at that. But I'm like, it's a car. Of course you're gonna die. But it's a little bit janky because sometimes it just gets pushed and it like clips your ankle and you go, ugh. But I think it's the most funniest thing ever, honestly. But they're so cool, just the goopy brains, and they just float and they're like, ugh. And you can tell when they are, and you're like, there they are. And then on the right is the caterpillar men,
Oh.
Yeah, they're freaky. Or worm men. They have multiple names. But I was terrified of them as a kid. I actually couldn't progress because I was so scared of
No,
them.
I get that.
Because they walk up to you and their ribcage opens up and tries to grab you, and they can also shoot flames out of the hole in their face.
Oh my god. Yeah, I would cry.
It's terrifying, and they're like, and I'm like, oh, I'm scared. There's a dark tunnel and there's tons of them. Terrified. But they're made from another monster. The one with the booba. And you can actually see them being made in game as well. They don't just appear. You can see. It's so cool. So you have the screamer, which is just this blob of flesh that has no legs. It's all hands, and it walks on its hands.
Oh.
And there's tons of holes in its bodies, and it's just a head with just black hair and a giant mouth. And it vomits out these grudge spirits, which latch onto people and then turn them into worm men. And it's just so cool because you can see, because there's always a bunch of like people running around, and you can heal them, and it'll give you an apple because why not? And you eat the apple and you heal. It's very random, honestly. They're like, oh, thank you. Here's an apple. And I'm like, where did you get this apple from? It's the apocalypse. But it's great, and you can see the people just transforming, and it's terrifying.
I love that.
And when you're playing a game, there's this help section, and it has actual like lore bits about the monsters as well. Like with the screamers, it says that guys spawn from the souls of women who died with deep hatred in their hearts and spit out concentrated feelings of loss, rage, jealousy, and loneliness, which are the grudge spirits. Which then latch onto people and corrupt their thoughts, feelings, and bodies, which turn them into worm men. And it's so awesome.
I love that.
And there's some even cooler monsters, but that gets into spoilery end game territory, and I feel like first reactions for those are beautiful.
Yeah.
Because they're giant and boss type enemies, and I'm like, wow. It's so fun. There's demons, and then you got the Geist, which are just like the little soldier people. The typical enemy. Which they're really like rude and mean. And have very like crude humor. And they wear the skin of their victims, so they're just like bony people with flesh and faces on them. And you literally get, like, as soon as you drop in the game, you get introduced to them, and they're like, you have nice skin. And it's like, no! My skin! That one's actually the speed freak, right? They're really annoying. They just move really, really fast. They do. And that's it. They just move fast and shoot you, and you're like, stand still so I can kill you. I've always just wanted to talk about the monster designs because I just love them so much.
Oh my god. Yeah, he really is wearing that person's skin like a shawl.
Yeah! It's horrifying. That's the first thing you see as well.
See, this is why I love like apocalypse games, because I love seeing what people will be like, this is like the least ideal place to live. Like, I love seeing everyone's interpretation of like what their hell on earth would be.
Oh yeah, it's so good. And it's also hell on America.
Is it like in the greater story of the game, is this something that's happening worldwide, or is it just in America?
No, it's worldwide.
Okay.
But, it's just in America for some reason.
I always think it's really funny when like some crazy shit like this is happening, but it's like contained to one part of the world. Like the Purge movies. It's like, here's one day where you can murder everyone. By the way, this is just happening in America. And it's like, huh? Like
it's funny because You go first.
Now, I was just gonna say my favorite like fan interpretation of the Mad Max movies is that like they're all in this like desert wasteland where everything is destroyed and ruined. But like everyone's like, what if this is only happening in Australia and the rest of the world is just fine?
That would be funny, honestly. Oh my god. It's such a neat, it's such a cool little concept that is, yeah.
Mhm.
Like, oh, it's only us? Oh, okay. But yeah, it's a- the whole apocalypse was caused in America as well, so I don't know what that's saying.
That checks out for a Japanese game. It's understandable.
Yeah, it's very interesting because like in the end credits, there was a newspaper clipping where they're like, oh, because she's like, she went to Paris and the newspaper's like, oh, people are saying she's the next Joan of Arc. And I'm like, huh? The designs are so amazing. I wish they released 3D models so I could look even closer at them.
I'm sure there's a way to
see
like
it
rip
all.
those out of the game.
There needs to be. 'Cause Rob wants a bigger resin printer, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna rip models and print my own figures. Yay!
I'm also obsessed with the fact that this dude has like you can see his ribs poking through, but he does also just have a super defined six-pack.
Yeah!
Like, I'm obsessed.
It's funny.